A lot of people, when they see a sticker like this one at the thrift store, will not buy the item because it might not work. Well, at ThriftyAV, I pick up items like this. In fact, I have this plus 9 other thrift and garage sale items behind me here. I'm going to check all of them out, see how many work, see how many don't work, and turn it into a game so you can play along too. That's coming up on Risky Thrifting Volume 5. Before taking a guess at how many of these items are going to work, it's good to make it an educated guess. Let's see what we're looking at here. The item I had in my hand is a USB barcode scanner. This is basically just an input device that you plug into a computer just like a keyboard or a numeric keypad. So this should be pretty easy to test. Okay, here we have a Yamaha DD20 drum machine. This is more of a toy drum machine than a serious instrument, but it does have a lot of beats built into it. And not only drum pads, but also these triggers here. The battery cover is a rigged, taped up thing here, but it should be able to hold in the AA batteries that this thing uses. Here we have an Aiwa CD Jambox with cassette. In order for me to say this works, the radio will need to work, it'll need to play a CD, and it'll need to play and record a cassette tape. Here we have a Zenith digital TV tuner converter box. Back when they made the switch from analog to digital, these things were sold so that people with the old tube TVs would still be able to watch TV. This thing's all in the box, so I'm going to guess this will work. It's just never been used. I've been looking for a portable CRT, and this Emerson has a handle on top. This is a 9-inch screen, has a built-in VCR. For me to say this works, I'm going to have to be able to view a video source, and the VCR needs to play, and it does have a record feature, so I'm going to want the VCR to record as well. Okay, next two items. Up top here I have a dual well auto reverse Optimus cassette deck. Has both Dolby B and C. Well 1 will need to be able to play in both directions, and well 2 will need to be able to play and record in both directions for me to say that this works. On the bottom here, I have a Philips DVD video VCR combo. It'll play DVDs and it'll record on the VCR, and it has a remote and the instruction manual, so that's usually a pretty good sign. And yet another cassette recorder. This one's an oldie though. This is a realistic cassette recorder. It uses a knob instead of buttons for playback and recording. I have my doubts about this one. This one's pretty old. It could have a belt issue. We'll see. Here we have another DVD player, but what makes this one special is it has the sticker that says region-free DVD player. Plays any standard DVD region. Now, I don't have all regions on DVD, but I do have a PAL DVD that I can use and see if this works. And of course, I'll use a regular old NTSC DVD as well. And back here we have an HP monitor with a 21-inch display. I picked this one up because the model number says that it does 1080p, and that's something that I want in a monitor. Okay, those are the items being tested, so if you want to play along, now would be a good time to pause the video. My guess, 7 of the 10 items are going to work. Let's find out. I'm going to attempt to play a few seconds of the Bakerton Group El Rojo. Make sure that's set to CD. I'm going to hit play. And it is playing. So the CD works. Let's pop a tape in and see if I can record some of this. On this Aiwa, tape's load upside down. Okay, rewinding. They switched over to tape. And I'm pausing the tape. And I'm unpausing the tape. So the tape recorded and is playing back. Let's check the radio. All right, I had to relocate this to a different room to pick up a radio station, but it is picking up FM in both mono and stereo. Let's try AM. AM radio reception was exceptionally weak. I finally had to move to the laundry room to pick up anything at all. But I'm not going to judge this Jambox by its AM radio reception. So I'm going to say the Aiwa Jambox was a success. Now I want to try to test two things at once. This Zenith digital tuner with this old analog TV / VCR. Okay, I've plugged in the Zenith. I have it set to output RF into this TV set. And the TV set has a menu here. And right now the TV is going through the channels looking for a signal. It should find a signal, I believe probably on channel 3, what this Zenith is outputting to. And it did find the Zenith signal, or lack of signal, on channel 3. I need to hook this up to my antenna now. Doing the auto tune setup on the Zenith. So far it's found 10 channels. We got some crime drama shows going on here. So this thing is working. Alright, let's see if I can record using this VCR. Okay, and it is playing back the TV program that I recorded. It's playing back just fine. So on these two devices, the Zenith analog to digital converter works fine. And the Emerson VCR records and plays back, and the screen looks fine. So both of these work. Next up is the Philips DVD VCR, and when I powered it on, it had a screen there for a second. Okay, the first thing I want to test is, can I play a DVD? But so far it has not loaded up. Disk error, playback feature may not be available on this disc. Please eject the disc. We're going to try to do a laser lens clean on this and see if that helps. So the laser lens clean really did nothing. I've tried 2 DVDs and a CD. Nothing will play. So the Philips here is a bust. Next up is the Impecca all-region DVD player. Let's power it up. Okay, it lit up there, so that's a good sign. Let's see if the tray will open. And I'm going to pop just a regular DVD in here. This is an NTSC DVD. There is an Impecca splash screen, but it seems to be playing. It's playing the FBI warning here. 480i 60 Hertz, so that is an NTSC signal. And it's playing just fine. So let's pop this one out. Now this is a Russian movie. It is PAL encoded. And it seems to be playing fine. Okay, hitting the info button, it says 480i 60 on the TV set, which means that it is transcoding the PAL signal to NTSC for playback. So the Impecca all-region DVD player works. Okay, next up is the Optimus dual well cassette deck. I'm going to power it on. And I saw some lights come on over here. That's a good sign. Let's pop a tape in, hit play.
How to get to the municipal auditorium.
And it's playing. Let's switch directions.
Funny stuff, you know that. You ever notice every time you go through the drum?
It's working in both directions. Let's try the other well.
What you need to do now, go straight down this street.
Okay,
right
it's
here.
playing in this direction.
Go straight down this. Yes, tone out.
All right, switch direction and it is playing fine. So both wells are playing the tape fine. Let's see if the right side can record. Now it seems to be recording fine, but I did discover a problem. When I try to monitor the recording, when I try to rewind to listen to what I just recorded, it is not rewinding. I can't rewind, I can't fast forward. I can play, I can record, but this probably has a belt issue, so this tape deck is a bust. All right, let's plug in this realistic jet set tape recorder. Well, that doesn't sound good. Well, let's at least see if I can play a tape with it.
Worksworthy, do you know why I pulled you over, sir? Well, it concerns that vehicle you're pulling behind you.
Well,
No,
it's
sir,
playing
it's not
back.
against the law to tow a boat, but we do require you put it on a trailer.
All right, let's see if it'll rewind. It's rewinding. Let's see if it'll fast forward. It is fast forwarding.
Sure.
All right, in the stop position, it makes a lot of noise. Let's eject this tape. That's quite the ejection. Okay, here I have a blank tape. I got a microphone plugged in. This is the microphone that came with it. To record, you hold down the record button and then put it in the play position. Now I have to get past the leader on this tape before it'll record anything. You're not listening to me recording this, you're listening to the playback of the realistic cassette recorder jet set AC battery. I have the playback set pretty loud and I'm picking it up through the shotgun microphone on my camera so you can hear it. This is what it sounds like played back on the realistic cassette recorder. Well, the jet set is rather noisy in stop mode. Put it in play mode and it'll get quiet. But overall, I'm happy with the performance of this tape recorder. It played back tapes fine. It recorded just fine. Yes, that noise is pretty annoying. Maybe it's something that could be fixed by digging into this thing. But overall, I was surprised that something this old is working this good. Next thing I want to check is this HP computer monitor. Let's plug it in. Okay, I got a light down there. And I got a warning screen. No inputs active right now. That's a good sign, actually. Okay, booting up my computer, I see a display. Here's a bunch of menu settings. I'm going to unplug the DVI and see if the VGA works. When I unplugged the DVI, it switched over to VGA and that's working just fine as well. The display settings defaulted to 1920 by 1080, which is the recommended resolution. So the HP monitor checks out. While I have the computer running, I want to check out this barcode reader that they sealed up in a bunch of cellophane here. Plug it in. Made a bunch of noise and it says setting up device on the computer. So I'm going to go up here to the search field and I'm going to scan the barcode on this CD here. There it goes. And it found it. So the barcode reader successfully read a barcode. For the grand finale, I have this Yamaha DD20 drum machine. I've installed 6 AA batteries. Let's turn it on. And I have a light. That's always a good sign. I grabbed a pair of drumsticks here. Now I want to see how sensitive these pads are. All right, the harder you hit, the louder it got. But if you hit real soft, it's not responsive. Okay, so the pads seem to be working. Let's see what these do.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You can either hit the style button to go through the styles, or you can use this roller knob here. Okay, there is a stop start for just the rhythm, and then there's the demo. Let's listen to the demo. That's kind of fun. Let's just start the rhythm. Ooh, I like that one. Okay, I'm going to turn the volume down. I could play with this thing all day long. I could make a video specifically about this thing. If you want to see a video about this drum machine, let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to do a deep dive on this because this is really fun to play with. So here's the graphics showing what worked and what didn't work. 8 out of 10. I'll take those statistics any day. I think that's pretty good odds. Well, that concludes volume 5 of Risky Thrifting. If you haven't seen volumes 1 through 4, I tested a bunch of video gear out in those videos as well. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button. Thank you to my patrons for supporting this channel, and remember, stay thrifty, everyone.